Hello, I'm Donna Smith, and this is Sound Advice. On Sound Advice, I like to talk about professional and personal development. Well, today's topic is Madam C.J. Walker. I so admire her. She is the first female self-made millionaire, and that's according to the Guinness Book World Records. And this was done during a time when there was extreme racism and extreme sexism. So I had a lot of questions. I wanted to know, how would she even begin to even think to start a business, particularly during that time? And how did she start the business? How did it grow? What kind of products did she use or sell? I wanted to know all of that. So let's get into some of that. Well, a little history about her. She was born Sarah Breedlove, and at the age of 7, she was orphaned. And at the age of 14, she married, and she and her husband had a daughter. And a couple of years later, he died. So there was a lot of tragedy in the beginning of her life. But at this time, something deep and within was fueling her that she wanted a better life for her and her daughter. So she took on a number of jobs, and she was working very, very hard to take care of her and her daughter. And probably during this time, she didn't have enough food to eat, or probably didn't have enough time to take care of her hair, because she was having some serious hair issues. She had terrible dandruff and problems with her scalp, and she started experiencing hair loss. But now she decides to go to St. Louis, where her brothers had moved to St. Louis, and they were barbers. So she learned a little bit about hair care through her brothers in St. Louis. And eventually she started working for a lady by the name of Annie Malone. Well, Annie Malone was a Black female entrepreneur, and she sold hair products. So now here's Sarah working for Miss Malone, selling hair products. And so she's learning more about hair care during this time, which was good for her personal development. But not only that, Miss Malone was very much interested not just in selling hair products, but empowering Black women. And that's what she did. And her core was, you are judged by your appearance. And so since you are judged by your appearance, if you want to move up in status, if you want to move up in society, you have to look the part. So she groomed the women who worked for her so that they would look the part. And now here's Sarah taking it all in like a sponge. Well, eventually, Sarah had a dream. And in that dream, as it's reported, she was told a formula on how to make her own hair care products. So with that dream and that formula, she moved to another state, broke away from Miss Malone, and started selling her own hair care products. And eventually, she married again, and her husband, Charles Walker, she and her husband, now let's a little bit about her husband. He had a background in advertising, and then he knew a little bit about marketing. So he had those skills, and she had the skills and the knowledge about hair care products and how to make them. So together, they went door to door, town to town, all over the place, promoting, at this point, now she's called Madam C.J. Walker, promoting Madam C.J. Walker products. And this definitely, in this industry at that era, was a lot of hard work, because you didn't have some other companies who were selling hair products. So they had to work extremely hard to get their products out there and to start making a profit off of them. So she and Mr. Walker were quite a team. And one thing, she never forgot those things that she learned under Miss Malone. And one of those things was, that key theme was, how you present yourself and to dress for success. And I agree with her. And that's why, by all means, you want to check the link below, because I take my time to pick out upscale type of fashion and apparel that you can work at the workplace so that you can look more professional. And I do that, and there are a couple of other apparel that you can work outside the workplace, but when you are trying to move up the ranks in your company, you need to dress for success. And certainly if you're an entrepreneur, you need to look the part. So check out some of those types of fashion that I have, and also skincare that I'm sure would interest you. So now I wanted to also know, then how does she sustain her business? Okay, how does she continue to grow it, and how does she sustain it? Well, this is a quote from Madam C.J. Walker. Now, I will say this about her. She had grit, she had ambition, and she had determination. And this is her motto. I had to make my own living and my own opportunity, but I made it. Don't sit down and wait for opportunities to come. Get up and make them. That is a woman with grit, and grit she had. That is a woman with grit and grit she had. So now I will say this that I've learned about her, that she was very good with networking. And she knew how to network with people that could make a difference in her life. And as she started to grow her business, she knew that it was important to hire people that could do things and had skills that she didn't. So she hired lawyers and managers and surrounded herself with people that could support her ambition. And she also did something that was very good. She started what we would say is a multi-level marketing plan. It was very important for her to give back to her community, and it was important to her to empower her people, particularly the women. And so she would hire them to come in and teach them how to present themselves, how to sell her products, and what her products were all about. And so they would go through this learning phase, but there was something in it for them. Not only were they paid to sell the products, but they got a little piece of that pie. So that's where that multi-level marketing scheme came in. So when you worked for Madam C.J. Walker, you can start building wealth for yourself so that you can be independent. And she was all about building so that you can be independent. So what kind of products did she sell? Well, she sold hair care products, and these were hair care products that were promoted to help grow your hair and keep it strong, and also products for scalp conditioning and shampoo. So those were the products that she sold. And she didn't sell them just by herself. Again, as her business was growing, she was constantly looking at ways to expand it, and eventually she started having as many as 20,000 Walker agents. They all had a certain uniform that they had to wear, and of course, they knew about the product and how to present themselves well. What an astute businesswoman. I applaud Madam C.J. Walker to work hard and to have a vision, to understand how to fulfill a need, but also understand the importance of hard work. So, success is at your door. It's knocking at your door, but you have to open it. And you have to walk through it and take that journey so that you can accomplish your dreams and your goals. But we want to thank the legacy of Madam C.J. Walker and those who shared information so that we can know more about her. And now that we do, let's go out and get that success. I'm Donna Smith, and this is Sound Advice.